Welcome, my friend, to another episode of our Friday live transmission. Today is 1st of August 2025, and our first case was a case of post-axial polydactyly. And bravo for all the wonderful comments, and special shout out to our fellow Dr. Noor Baskri for her wonderful article, which I did copy in our website. And actually, yes, the family history is very important in this case, where we did find a post-axial polydactyly like we can see here. And you can go in our website, yes, in our website, and you can see this wonderful, yes, images and our wonderful differential diagnosis of post-axial polydactyly. All of this by our friend Dr. Noor Baskri. So please go and check out our weekly ultra post on our website and see other cases of post-axial polydactyly on our website and on our YouTube channel. Like we can see, yes, it's actually a soft tissue projection from the lateral side of the hand. And yes, it's attached to the little finger like we can see here. All the answers were correct. So thank you for all these wonderful answers. And let's go to our next case. As you can see here is the 3D render and then the 2D video, and then the 2D video of our case after you finish the 3D render. So let's go to our second case. And our second case was a case of tricuspid dysplasia. And our second case was a case of tricuspid dysplasia, and this tricuspid dysplasia was associated also with TGA versus Dorf. And yes, we can find here marked regurgitation, tricuspid regurgitation, and associated with 2 vessel only at the level of 3 vessel view. So this was a case of tricuspid dysplasia associated with TGA versus Dorf. Our third case for this week was a case of radial ray anomaly, and this case of radial ray anomaly was associated also with TGA. Yes, if you did continue, one hand you can see is okay, the other upper limb is showing, yes, radial ray anomaly that is very apparent in this case. And then if you did continue the video, you will notice also a defect in the heart in the form of VCD associated with 2 vessel only at the level of 3 vessel view. So let's go to our third case for this week, which was a case of skeletal dysplasia. But the skeletal dysplasia is lethal, asphyxiating skeletal dysplasia, micromelic dwarfism, and also the micromelic dwarfism was associated with scoliotic deformity and associated with severe shortening of all upper and lower limb, all long bones, with severely narrow thorax. So yes, this was a case of asphyxiating skeletal dysplasia with bell-shaped thorax or narrow thorax, my friend. And yes, you can differentiate it from micromelic dwarfism. Let's go to our yes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th case for this week, which was a case of triple bubble sign of jejunal atresia of triple bubble sign. And this is how you will differentiate it from double bubble sign of duodenal atresia. So yes, this was a case of triple bubble sign of jejunal atresia, my friend. Thank you for all your wonderful comments on this case. Let's go to our final case for this week, which was a case of semilobar holoprosencephaly. And the semilobar holoprosencephaly was associated, yes, with fused salami. It's a variant of holoprosencephaly, and this variant of holoprosencephaly, like we can see, is associated with fused salami. And we did have, yes, I guess 2 comments saying semilobar holoprosencephaly. So yes, I do agree with semilobar holoprosencephaly not other types of hollow prosencephaly. Thank you for your comments and see you next week. Don't forget you can also every time go and subscribe to our online Facebook, and yes, you can a course, our online course, and yes, you can foreshadow me in the center if you need to learn more about fetal ultrasound in depth. You can check these links and contact Mr. Ahmed. This is his number. Thank you very much.